Welcome to Point Blank, brought to you by Fitz Roofing. I'm Brandon Strange of Sports Map Houston. That's Joel Blank of ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. And if you have not yet, please hit subscribe on the channel. We do appreciate the support. Joel, welcome in. I wanted to talk to you about some comments that Ryen Russillo made on his podcast. I'm going to shout out to Del Olale, producer of The Bench, who flagged the sound for us. Let's play that.
I think Wood's incredibly talented. We know the numbers. I think he's a tough guy to play with. Yeah, I think he's kind of a tough teammate. The locker room stuff, doesn't get the ball enough, shaking his head in the timeout, making sure everybody knows that he's pissed, that kind of stuff. So I don't know that there's a pity party for any team when he's gone. All right. So I'll just leave it at that.
So Joel, hearing that Christian Wood's a tough teammate, what do you make of those comments?
I think there's a lot to be taken away from it, Brandon. One, there's a guy that just wants to win. Sometimes you're a tough teammate, and Chris Paul's the perfect example in the playoffs right now for the Suns, and that Devin Booker said he's not for everybody because there are guys that's DNA is different. Their desire to win is at a different level, and so they believe that structure should be a certain way. And other guys who have been coddled their whole college, high school, and pro careers think that they should be taken care of a different way, and then people butt heads. I think Christian Wood's in a tough situation. He got the money he wanted, but he didn't get the team that he signed up for. And so now he feels like with the leadership and the fact that more things are on him than maybe he had planned, he should also be able to dictate how things go as a team. And I think that's where there's been some resistance. So I'm not denying some of the things that Russillo said. I'm just saying there might be more in the reasoning behind it than what Russillo may know.
Don't you want your star player to kind of be a red ass when the team's losing and maybe when he feels he's not getting the ball a lot? And I don't want to take any shots at any other players on the team, but these guys are probably not going to be on the team very long because they're in a rebuild process. So maybe if I'm a guy who's Christian Wood, who I agreed to come to the Rockets because maybe they used some language about how he's going to be featured as a superstar and they're going to build the team around him. And then you got these guys who are kind of, marginal NBA players and they're getting the ball in important spots that he's not. I mean, obviously, Christian's not happy with that. That kind of comes with the territory, right, of big egos.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these kids are coddled basically through AAU, high school ball, college ball until they get to the pros, and they expect it to be no different once they make it in the NBA. And as you said, get the money, which always constitutes in their mind more power and authority within the locker room. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When we're talking about teams like the Lakers with LeBron or the Clippers with Kawhi, it's going to be who you report to first and foremost to on everything. When you're getting to the Rockets and you're looking at Christian Wood and John Wall, I don't think the younger players in that locker room or any veterans like an Eric Gordon look at them any differently than anybody else in the locker next to them because of the fact that they haven't been there and done that and done it at the level of some of the guys doing it for the best teams in the league.
Yeah, that's true. And I want to dig more into that, but first give us a word from Fitz Roofing.
Yeah, we love the people at Fitz Roofing because they love the people of Houston. They take care of them all the time. It starts with having the best warranties in the business. They also have the best ratings across the board, and they use the best products. But the best part to you is they do it all starting with a free no-obligation inspection. All you got to do is give them a call, 832-521-3001. They'll come to you and tell you what they can do, from roofing repairs or a new roof to home repairs or a new fence. They take care of you every step of the way. It's Fitz Roofing making a difference, one home at a time.
So I don't doubt that, this is something that Russillo heard because I don't doubt he has contacts within, the NBA. Isn't it true that sometimes that inside information, in fact, many times that inside information can be colored a lot by the person whose personal opinions are being, conveyed?
It can be, for sure. I mean, some people have an axe to grind. Some people either do or don't like the person that they're talking about. But other times, there's some truth in most rumors that you hear, especially if it's from a credible source. The thing that I will say more than anything else is, much like Christian Wood, John Wall is a guy that's all about himself right now. They know that they are the two fixtures that are at the center of everything the Rockets do, at least short term. They also know they're not going to be here long term, and they're playing for their next deal and hopefully playing for a better team. So what they're trying to do is better their own stock by their own individual goals, not worrying about the team, because 17 wins is a lot to forget about and not a lot to want to worry about. So I think that those guys are more fixated on how do they make themselves look the best going forward, because Wood says he wants to be a max player on his next contract, and Wall just wants to get to a place where he can actually have success on the floor. And I think that those kind of goals don't mix and jive with what the Rockets are trying to do.